far away on the Lego savanna, where the lions sleep and the zebras graze. Two rangers with the safari park were driving along. Coda was the navigator, as he was more experienced. Zach, his friend and fellow ranger, was driving. As they went cruising over the Golden Plains, the Jeep suddenly blew a tire.
Quick, pull over.
Coda directed. Zach slowed to a stop. And Coda then said,
Let's get out and see the damage.
The two men got out of the Jeep and went to the back. Sure enough, the tire had blown and was coming off of the hub.
No matter, we have a spare in the back.
Coda went to the back of the Jeep to get the tire and the tools, while Zach kept watch. The two rangers set the tools down and began to raise the Jeep with the jack. Unbeknownst to them, up in the tree overhead, a couple of monkeys peered down while the two men worked on the tire. Silently, the monkeys jumped down from the tree and landed on the hood of the Jeep. One monkey looked into the cab of the Jeep and saw the radio. A temptation was quickly overpowering the monkey. He extended his paw and quickly snatched up the radio and climbed out of the cab. Meanwhile, the second monkey saw the shiny tire iron. What a fun little toy! He wanted it so badly. So the monkey reached out his long, spindly fingers and took it. Zach cried out. The startled monkey ran under the Jeep to the other side and climbed the tree. Zach stood at the bottom of the tree, trying to coax the monkey. Coda laughed at the sight.
Good luck trying to get that backsack. I'll radio for some help.
Coda went to the cab of the Jeep, only to find that the radio was gone. He whipped around and saw the second monkey in the tree playing with the radio. Coda now joined Zach, trying to charm the monkeys to give back the equipment. But it was no use.
What are we going to do?
Zach asked. Coda answered.
We will just have to stay with the Jeep. Someone will come looking for us in a couple of hours when we don't report back.
So they waited, and waited, and waited. The hot sun beat down on the savanna as the two men fell asleep. While both rangers snoozed away, the crack of a gunshot broke the sounds of nature. Coda snapped awake. Another shot echoed on the plains.
Zach.
He shook his friend awake.
Gunshots.
They both knew what it meant. Someone was illegally hunting.
Isn't there an elephant herd in this area?
Zach asked.
Yes. Let us go check it out.
The two men got out of the Jeep, rifles in hand, and headed off towards the direction of the gunshots. Coda carried a GPS to track their location. Nearly 15 minutes went by when the two rangers spotted some men holding guns, scouring the ground.
It's poachers, all right. They are tracking the herd.
What should we do?
I'm not sure, but let's keep following them.
Now, the hunters were being hunted, but in more than one way, as we shall soon see. In time, the inevitable happened. The hunters reached the elephant herd. Some females and calves were nearby. Coda and Zach overheard them talking.
Forget a bull, let's go for one of these.
Another said,
What does it matter? We will have our price anyways.
One of the hunters raised his gun and took aim at a female guiding a young calf.
He's going after Aqua.
Coda was ready to intervene when the elephants became agitated. Something spooked them. Then the ground shook as the elephants charged towards the hunters. They scattered. The herd thundered past quickly. In all the commotion, Zach and Coda were now out in the open. The hunters circled around the two rangers.
Well, if it isn't a couple of park rangers. Drop your weapons, now.
Coda and Zack did so.
You're after the elephants, aren't you? You have no respect for Mother Nature or her creatures.
The leader of the hunters was about to speak when suddenly, the roar of lions rattled them all to the bones. Lionesses came into view. The hunters whirled around with their rifles in hand. Now they knew what scared the elephants. Coda spoke quietly.
Don't run and don't scatter. Stay together.
The lionesses paced back and forth, then lunged towards the hunters, who ran off every which way. The animals acted on their instincts to chase what runs. Coda and Zack quickly climbed a tree for safety. Though lions can climb trees, it was much safer for the two rangers to be in a tree rather on the ground. Then the king himself joined the pursuit, following his mates. Soon, the yells of the hunters turned silent, and the groans and roars of the lions could be heard a little ways off in the grass.
Harry, now is our chance. Let's get back to the jeep.
They both got down from the tree. Zack picked up their rifles and the rangers took off as fast as they could. When they got back to the jeep, another ranger was there waiting for them.
What happened?
He asked. Coda and Zack retold their story to the surprise and shock of their fellow ranger. The three rangers also lamented the hunters and their fate with the lions. Finally, the other ranger suggested,
It's getting late. Let's get this tire fixed and head back to base camp.
In short time the tire was fixed, and the rangers drove off into the sunset.